Hi Virgo, it is CJ here and I will be doing your weekly reading beginning with March 15th. I hope you're doing really great. Thank you so much for all the support and all of the comments and likes and subscribes. It means so much to me. So without further ado, let's just get into it and see what's going to be happening for you for this next week. I'm going to open up with pulling a major arcana and then we'll do a 3-card spread. So let's begin. All right, Spirit. Let's get one card, Major Arcana, for our lovely Virgos and see what is happening with them for the week of March 15th. One card, please. And this will not resonate with everyone. Obviously, we're all on different paths. So just take what does and leave the rest behind. One more shuffle. Perfect. We have the world. The world is showing up. So Virgo, something is probably changing, ending. It is the universe because this is a the Millennium deck, but it is the world in traditional tarot. So we'll get into that once I pull the rest of the cards. But it is definitely suggesting here that there is some major change about to happen in this next week, as it is a major arcana. So that is, all major arcanas are pretty the big deal, really. All right, let's see. All right, Spirit Virgo, our beautiful earth sign for the week of March 15th, 2022. Okay, we're ready. Hangman. The world, double confirmation here. Wow. And the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Virgo, this is a really, this is going to be a very dramatic changing, life-changing even, week possibly for the majority of you. We have all major arcana that has come out. Bottom of the deck is 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. We can begin with that, but I will just take it and set it aside. Wow. Okay, let's start. So, as I said, the universe, it is the world. So the world does represent obviously new endings and new beginnings, right? It's something closing out. Usually it is indicating that it has kind of reached its peak. You've learned everything that you've needed to learn. You've taken everything that you possibly could take from it. And now it is time to move on to a different path, move on to a different journey. This could be as far as romance, or it could be even family, career, etc. It's going to be different for everyone because everyone's on different paths here. But it is definitely indicating that there is a massive change coming this week. I am kind of picking up something to do with your finances here, just with what was on the bottom of the deck. But we do have the Hangman, the World again, and the Wheel of Fortune. So massive, massive change. And like I said, I feel it is to do more with your finances, your material things. It could be that you're changing a career, or you're changing a job, or you're being promoted. Something is happening here. And it is indicating that the way you have been seeing life, the way life has been going for you, it's probably going to shift a lot with the Hangman, because that is all about different perspective, seeing things from a 360. Actually, I'm almost feeling like being very much woken up to like so much more than you even thought was possible here. When we look at the bottom of the deck, the 5 of Pentacles is the first card, and that is usually the strongest energy that I feel coming through the reading on the bottom of the deck. 5 of Pentacles is this feeling of being, not enough material wealth, not enough support even, feeling alone, feeling like you're just slogging along constantly and unable to get any headway happening. And it is kind of an isolation energy as well. So some of you might be feeling like, you've just been out in the cold all by yourself with no one helping. And that is a pretty oppressive kind of energy. Underneath the 5 of Pentacles, it is indicating that you've been really losing a lot of sleep. There's something that has been very, very stressful for you that is causing you to not be able to shut the mind off. Swords is everything that goes on in our mind. It's our intellect. But it is really indicating the 9 of Swords is a very heavy energy of sleepless nights, really just seeing the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst, and really not being able to ground yourself out of that, and actually almost at times it feels like all the worst fears are going to come true. So, and I do feel this is about your career, your finances, that kind of sort of energy, not picking up so much about love. Obviously, for those of you that have a family, if finances have been pretty rocky, as it has been for the majority of people around the world over the last few years, there hasn't been a lot of stability. Things are changing constantly, and it's just, it's downright scary at certain points. So I can totally relate to how that energy would be stressful, wondering like, how am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to take care of my children if you have children? All of that is, and it's causing some major, just, pinch me, can I wake out of this nightmare energy? But it's changing, because with the world coming out as the major arcana energy and then being confirmed a second time showing up in your reading, Virgo, it's like this magic comes in this next week. I'm going to pull some clarifiers so we can dive a little bit deeper. Some kind of magic comes in. Something happens where it's like, I feel like you're just going to be like, I can't even believe that my life has changed so drastically within a matter of a week or so. Now, time being fluid, right, Virgo? So, it's a weekly read, but it might take a little bit longer for this wheel of fortune to really gain that momentum and get moving and gathering all of the riches or the rewards, the harvest. But as long as you're patient and put the effort in wherever that is, it is coming true here. It just is. Double world is pretty powerful. Underneath the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, there is this indication, King of Swords is showing up, indication of really making sure that your mind is very clear, making sure that you are using your logic, using your intellect to really set your decisive moves, with real true intention here. Meaning clearing your mind so that you're not allowing any of this kind of Nine of Swords to come in and uproot, shake you up a bit, that might actually slow this process down. Because when we put any kind of energetic blocks in our way, it does slow things down. It just does. It takes a little bit longer for the universe, the energy, to actually kind of break through, push through, right? So really, the King of Swords showing up here in this reading for you, Virgo, it's just telling you, try to remain as calm as he is. He's very, very calm, and he is very clear, and like I said, very decisive. He knows what he wants, and he doesn't hesitate to go forward with it. And he does not mince around. He does not screw around. He is very, very decisive. And underneath that, you have the King of Pentacles. So two kings showing up in your readings, really powerful here. King of Pentacles is that energy of really just getting your finances in order, having enough material bounty to take care of everything that has caused stress, sleepless nights, and feeling very comfortable once again. Pentacles is the earth energy, so I'm getting this feeling of you really grounding over the next week when this actually starts to shift, this whole cycle that is changing out for you. So let's go into some clarifiers, dive a bit deeper here. All right. Really strong reading. 12, 22. I do want to just say here too, I've just been drawn to the numbers. Like Hangman is the number 12, which reduces down to 3. And the World is a 21, which reduces down to 3. And, the Wheel is 10, reduces down to 1. Magician here. And 3 is Empress, right? So, bounty. Really, this reading is all about this harvest, this fruit really coming towards you after a time, I feel, that was very much almost like, unsure whether you're going to have enough to even get the needs that are needed. you know? That might not be for everyone, but I do know that I'm feeling that for one of you out there, you've been really, really struggling. And this change that's coming in changes it all. I mean, big time. Okay, let's get some more clarifiers. Let's get a clarifier for the Hangman, and the World, and the Wheel. And one more shuffle. Thank you. Nine of Swords showing up again. Seven of Wands. Page of Cups. I'm actually going to pull a couple more here. There we go. Temperance on the bottom of the deck. Sagittarius's card. Okay. Wow. This is amazing. All right. So Hangman is being clarified by the Nine of Swords. Once again saying, confirming to you, that's 2 times you've had this in your reading already. Letting you know that when this shift comes in, it could even be something that you've been working on for a long time, because the World can also represent like acknowledgement of your success. It can actually be that energy of the abundance coming in because you've been working really hard on something. So in this case, the Hangman is being clarified by the Nine of Swords, allowing you to know once more that this energy, this kind of cycle, this keeping you down and feeling stuck in the mud is shifting and changing. And you are going to be seeing, you're not going to be looking at it like that anymore. Look, the Hangman is looking down at the Nine of Swords and is like, I'm not feeling this anymore. I'm free from this. And confirming, why am I saying confirming? Maybe something's coming through that is going to be confirming for you. A message maybe. We have the Star, again, clarifying now the Nine of Swords and the Hangman. So healing is coming in. This is absolutely beautiful. This is Aquarius's card. Absolutely beautiful if you've been going through a really rough time. The Star showing up saying, hey, Virgo, beautiful one. You are being protected. You are being guided, even though it has felt really, really difficult and has felt really hard. And you probably have felt at times alone and have wondered, how the hell am I going to get out of this? The Star is showing up to saying you're going to be healing now. There's a healing that's coming through. It is divinely orchestrated that you are protected. You are going to be filled with renewed hope, renewed faith, just feeling so much more better. This could even be indicating, if you've been feeling unwell in some way, that this is all changing as well, because the Star is about healing too. It can even be on a physical level. So if you have been feeling not great, I would say prepare yourself to start to feel a hell of a lot better and a lot more lighter and a lot more happier and healthier. Clarifying the World here in the actual tarot, not the major arcana here, we have the Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands, that's our fire. And so that's our actions and how we move through this earth physically, especially, but it's usually lit by our heart, our passions, our creativity, our innovation, all of that. It is about career. Seven of Wands is showing that you are making leaps and bounds here. This guy is moving quite fast. And he's not quite finished, but he is really going towards the direction he wants to go in. The only thing I would say is, if you are feeling if you're feeling a little afraid, let's say you're starting a new career, a new job, that can be a bit intimidating, especially if it's like you don't know anyone there and maybe you're not sure if you know all the responsibilities of this new position. You might feel a little defensive in the way of like nervous energy. Don't worry about that. It's all going to be okay. The Moon is clarifying the Seven of Swords, and the Moon is Pisces card, but this is water element, and the Moon showing up is saying it's just because you can't see where the road is going ahead. The Moon is about a little like not being able to see full illumination as we have with the Sun. So the Moon showing up is just clarifying it for you, saying it's okay, don't worry. It's just because you can't quite see what's around the corner, but it is all working for you. Everything is working in for your highest good here this next week. So it's absolutely beautiful. When we move on to the clarifying of the Wheel of Fortune, you get the Page of Cups. Now, pages are messengers. They are the youngest in the deck, and they usually bring a message. So maybe you're going to get word that you got that job, you got that promotion, you got that loan, you got that business start, something like that, some kind of backing, some kind of support. And the Page of Cups, being cups, it is our emotional energy. So this is saying that you are having a new start in your emotions. Feel very much differently, that you are not going to be in the Nine of Swords anymore or the Five of Pentacles kind of energy. You are going to actually be embracing this new start that is actually going to really light up your heart and your emotions. It's going to bring you excitement, but I feel very much it's going to be more, you're going to be getting balanced out. That's what I want to say. And I did say we have Sagittarius here, so the Temperance card, which we'll talk about in a second. We have the Hermit showing up. So again, this is about going within yourself and really using your higher wisdom, really looking at all that you are capable of. You are so capable of bringing whatever you want into your life. You have so many skills and talents and gifts, and this is the card that is reminding you to not lose sight of that. If you are feeling a little nervous or you're feeling a little unsure as this process starts to take place over the next week, remind yourself to take a little bit of time for you and remember how much you have succeeded in the past. Look at all the achievements that you've already done. You've already gotten through. And be proud of yourself for that, because it is a big accomplishment. How little, how big, it doesn't matter. They all count. It's all growth. So when I look under the bottom of the deck, we do have Temperance, like I said. Beautiful. This is reminding you, have a little patience with this transition and have patience with yourself. Rome was not built in a day. But hold on to your faith, because with the Star here and the World twice and the Wheel of Fortune, it's a guarantee that it is coming towards you. It is. I don't feel that this isn't an if, this is a when. And just keep yourself as centered as you possibly can as this happens, as this whole story unfolds for you. I mean, we're literally going from something that feels kind of negative, a little dark, scary, unsure, unstable, to moves of success coming in. And, you just kind of getting your feet planted back firmly on the earth. I like this for you. We also do have the Eight of Wands underneath Temperance. So Eight of Wands is about fast movement. It for some of you guys, this could be even you are going to be changing homes, changing locations, because Eight of Wands can mean travel, right? It can mean movement. And with the Wheel of Fortune, I'm kind of picking up on some of you guys. You might actually be taking this chance to go work somewhere else, maybe like a different country even. But if it's not that, it is just saying to you, this is going to come in quicker than you think, because it's all very focused. This is fast moving energy, very focused. But again, divine timing at play here. We have to still exercise patience and being centered. So really transformative week. Maybe I'm saying month, Virgo, because this might take till the end of the month, We are on the 15th today, so this reading is for the next week, So give it some time. Don't lose faith here. So let's get a card for Virgo out of Pearls of Wisdom and see what else Spirit has to add. One card for Virgo, referring to this beautiful, gorgeous reading. It's always nice to be able to give a reading where you see this transition of... Sorry, just heard a noise. Maybe it's my fan, I think, on my computer. It startled me. All right, let me focus. All right, Spirit, one card. One card for Virgo. This one, thank you. I was saying though, it is always really a pleasure to, when I give a reading that feels more heavier and a little bit more darker, and to see the transition of how it is possible that it can change. It's beautiful, beautiful gift. Okay, so it says self-talk and spiritual path. Self-talk, wow. Hopefully you can see this. Probably not. There's a bit of a glare. Listen to your head chatter. If it's too constant, switch off and become involved in a creative activity that puts you in the now. Acknowledge the blessings in your life. Affirmation is I am focused. And that's kind of what I was picking up on with, the King of Swords being here. Really embodying that clarity in your mind, getting really clear and straight on what it is you want to achieve, what it is you want in your life, and not allow the fear of the Nine of Swords that seems to be almost haunting you, maybe even at this moment when you are listening to this. And although it's not easy, it's easier said than done sometimes to get out of our head. Try with all your might, Virgo, because that is really going to shift the energy here. And that is what this is all about, the self-talk. So if you've been feeling like you're not able to do things, you feel like you're stuck, you don't know what to do, you feel alone, all of these kind of energies, try and change your self-talk the best that you can. As you do that, this is going to allow the divine to come in and allow this cycle to close out of what I feel is more of like a heavy poverty. And I don't necessarily mean poverty like you have no money, although some, we all have gone through that. Pretty much, I guess, unless you're someone on TV, but regardless, it's more of a poverty mind. And when we allow ourselves to get into that kind of mindset where we feel like we're not good enough and we're just kind of feel like we've been beaten down, it can be really hard to pull ourselves out of that energy. But please try, because that is what Spirit is suggesting here, that will shift everything for you. On the bottom of the deck, it says spiritual path. And it's a beautiful eagle. And so if you think about an eagle, look at how high they can fly. It's wonderful. They have this bird's eye view. They see everything from a different perspective, which goes so beautifully with the hangman here. So it says spiritual path. We know our spiritual needs. Logic does not give us answers. Again, referring to getting out of our mind. You have the wisdom and the knowledge to achieve. Positive self-talk helps you to progress and see your future clearly. So 2 cards have come out here, Virgo, that have talked about positive self-talk. How are you speaking to yourself? How are you seeing yourself? That is what I feel is holding you back. And if you can make that shift, which you can, you're so beautiful. See yourself for how beautiful you really are. And remember, we all have faults and we're not all good at everything. So really applaud all the things that make you uniquely you. And don't compare to anyone else, because you are special on your own and you have your own beautiful gifts to offer. So it is getting shifted, and I feel like you're going to be recognized. If not by other people, you're going to be recognized by the divine, because they're seeing you and they want things to shift for you. So just get out of your mind and try and allow yourself to be patient as this happens, okay? So that's what I have for you, Virgo. I really hope you found something in here that is helpful, insightful for you. Well, I think it's going to be a beautiful week. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. So until next time, thank you for being here. Hope to see you again. Many hugs and well wishes. Take care of yourself.